There we go. There we go. I had to start this video at 4:04. That means not found, like error 404, not found. The reason I start my videos at certain times is because I wanted to be the best investor in the world. And that started when I was in college. I found out about all of this, well, I hate to say it, but slavery that was going to be going on. I found out about a patent that had people being hooked up to the blockchain and all kinds of stuff. And eventually, I found out that the average person has a giant enemy they don't know about. And they clock in on the Chronos, which means Saturn, timekeeping system. And I found out that this satanic church is actually the Saturnian cult. And the cult of Saturn worships Satan, or the Church of Satan worships the planet Saturn. That's why Elon Musk's current bio is his profile picture is a picture of the planet Saturn, and he's trying to hook everyone up their brain. He's trying to give people brain chips. I mean, this is pretty obvious now. So I realized that the average person has a giant enemy, and they practice Elliott wave, and they do more than that. But I've been wondering to myself, so what happened was I wanted to be the best, so I did what all good spies do. I infiltrated the enemy, and that's what I consider myself as a spy. I do surveillance on the enemy. And in this case, it's the stock market enemy. So I infiltrated the enemy through very aggressive means. I was not very shy about this, and I participated in rituals. I participated in rituals, and I learned how to speak in their code. But you have an enemy, and this enemy, they don't just want you to clock in. They don't just want you to clock in on the Chronos timekeeping system. It's not all about that. It's not only about that. They want your soul. These people actually believe in God, and they don't want you with them. They want your soul. So, in the process of infiltrating the enemy, I've done some things that I'm not sure I should be proud of. I was reading the Bible today, and it said, don't practice divination or sorcery. And I started to think for a little bit. I was like, is this sorcery? Predicting that this is the length of wave 1, placing it at the wave 2 low, and the wave 3 minimum target is going to be met? Is that sorcery? Is this divination, using the fact that a celebrity has sold their soul, and so they have to participate in rituals? And this is just so pervasive. I'm pretty sure the Rolling Stones have said the reason they're still rocking is because they had to participate in rituals. And so I've always tried to justify this by saying I'm doing counter surveillance. I'm just, we have an enemy. I want to see what the enemy's doing. But the more I've thought about it, in the process of infiltrating the enemy, it's almost like in Mean Girls where they say you're not pretending to be a plastic anymore. You are a plastic. I'm wondering to myself, have I become, too much like these people? Have I become too much like these people to where I'm using Elliott Wave to predict massive wave 3 rallies in leveraged Alibaba ETFs? And I'm being very blunt about how I'm doing this. I'm saying this is wave 1 and wave 2. This is another wave 1 and a wave 2 of the 78.6% retracement. The length of wave 1, place at the wave 2 low, gives a wave 3 of wave 3 minimum target. Bubba bang, it actually went exactly all the way to the 61.8% retracement. So now what I'm wondering is Neo going to follow Alibaba? Is Neo going to go on a wave 1, ABC wave 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC wave 2? The length of wave 1 places the wave 2 low, gives a wave 3 of wave 3 minimum target of 8 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. And remember, Alibaba went all the way to the 61.8% extension of wave 1. But even if there's a shallow wave 4 after that, the length of wave 5 placed at the wave 4 low gives the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 4 low gives a wave 5 target of 11.75. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. We'd have a shallow wave 4 before a wave 5 higher. This would be wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5 up to 11. And that would complete this black wave 3 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. So Alibaba, BABX is a leading indicator. But there's actually more going on here. You see, Neo is a character in the Matrix. And if you look right now, they're trying to wake people up. In the Matrix, they say, follow the white rabbit, take the red pill. I've explained to my followers how follow the white rabbit and take the red pill are references to adrenochrome, a molecule that's used from extracting and torturing children. It's the adrenal glands of children. They torture these kids and then they extract adrenochrome. And that molecule looks like a white rabbit from a chemistry standpoint. So that's what follow the white rabbit means. That's what take the red pill means. If you understand what the red pill is, then you've woken up. You're permanently illuminated, and you'll never be able to go back asleep. And there's this character in the Matrix named Cypher, and I've talked about the stock Cypher, but there's a character in the Matrix named Cypher, and he says, I like being asleep. I like being in the Matrix. I don't mind. I'd stay in the Matrix. I don't care if the steak that I'm eating is fake. I don't care if this is a computer simulation. And I've started to wonder if I should have stayed asleep. And am I practicing sorcery right now? And is there a way to not take the red pill and not take the blue pill? Is there a way to just walk away from all of it? And I think there is. But I wanted to talk about Nvidia in this video too. Nvidia means the water, or it means, sorry, it means vagina. Nvidia means vagina, which, if you know about those, have a close association with water. So this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, an A, B, C, wave 2 expanded flat, and then from this low, a wave 1 and wave 2. And I've talked about how only Elliott wave theorists are going to know that the length of wave 1 placed at the wave 2 low right here, I'll get it perfect, placed at this low gives a trend line. And what have I been saying? Only Elliott wave theorists are going to know about this trend line. Only Elliott wave theorists knew about BABX. Only Elliott wave theorists knew about Ripple. And only Elliott wave theorists knew about the S&P 500 going to 600. So I did all this in the process of infiltrating the enemy. And in infiltrating the enemy, I was very aggressive. I was not just doing Elliott wave. I was infiltrating this group. And I participated in some rituals. And I even did some stuff none of that weird stuff. None of that white rabbit stuff. Nothing involving kids. But I did some stuff to infiltrate this group. And that's how I learned how to speak in their code. That's how I learned all about their numerical code because I wanted to know what was going on. See, what happened with COVID 19 was so important, I knew they weren't done with the operation. I knew that there was more to the story and that Project 2030, they were going to somehow implement this. And so I learned about their plans with the water. Their plans have a lot to do with the water. And it's not just that people who consume the adrenochrome are doing naval tribunals, they're doing military tribunals right now. It's also that the literal water, they have plans for the literal water. I've talked about how this group called QAnon knew all about Asheville flooding, and they had Asheville on a list of cities to be flooded because there was what? Ritual satanic abuse going on underground. So the tunnels needed to be flooded out. So I've been having a little bit of a crisis of faith because I am a Christian and I do read the Bible every day. And I read the part in Leviticus where it says, don't practice sorcery, don't practice divination. I've been wondering, is there a way to do that in the stock market without practicing sorcery, without practicing what may be considered Elliott Wave? Is, knowing that that Sundance Head getting shot is a perfect anagram with Brad Garlinghouse at the exact time that it's time to buy Ripple and using Elliott Wave, is that sorcery? Because if I know who's behind Elliott Wave, it's the same people who are behind pornography. And I know pornography I'm not supposed to be watching, so I'm wondering, am I supposed to be practicing Elliott Wave? Am I supposed to be making these metaphors and these charts and knowing what I know to make stock market predictions? So that's just what I've been wondering. Nvidia formed a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1 and an A, B, C wave 2. And then from this low, it formed another wave 1 and another wave 2. This is a wave 3 of wave 3 that I'm expecting. And it's looking really, really spot on for Nvidia. There's going to be a wave 3 of wave 3 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. Downside levels, the 78.6% retracement is always a great one. We reached the 61.8% retracement perfectly. Look at that. That's pretty perfect. 113.01 is the low. And this high is 143.44. So I did learn their plan. Their plan involves aliens and it involves a massive earthquake, which I've gone into. And since I'm evacuating Seattle on March 6th, like 666, like what's going to happen after this will cause people to take the mark of the beast. Since I'm evacuating Seattle, I've been wondering, do I still need to be decoding? Do I still need to be uh, what may be considered practicing sorcery or witchcraft or divination? Because I want to be a good Christian. I don't want to practice sorcery. I don't want to practice divination. And if that's truly what this is, then I don't want to be a part of it anymore. So the golden age of puppy trades, I believe, is going to involve no Elliott Wave. So since this might be my last Elliott Wave video, unless do you guys think this is sorcery? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is sorcery? Do you think this is sorcery? It was certainly sorcery when I predicted Tesla to enter wave 3 of wave 3, bang, and to begin a wave 4 correction. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 1, A, B, C wave 2, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C now wave 4 is what the bulls are looking for to end before a shallow wave 5, a big wave 5 Where's my 4? There's my 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, ABC wave 4. Wave 4 retest the wave 1 high. I took the ABC extensions, and Tesla's at the 127.2% extension. So 373.04 is that low. There we go. I think I have it perfect. Yes, I've got it perfect. So I did get the fibs perfect right there. 127.2% extension is right where Tesla is right now. The length of wave 3 placed at the wave 4 low could potentially be the wave 5 target. So if I take the length of wave 3 and I place it at the wave 4 low, it looks something like this. We'll get it nice and clean for old time's sake. But let me know in the comments, especially if you're a Christian. If you're a Christian, let me know. Puppy trades, this is definitely sorcery. This is definitely witchcraft. Or no, puppy trades, this is not the biblical definition of witchcraft or sorcery at all. That'll help me a lot too. So if Tesla's above 252.86 to 267.5, sorry, to 271. If Tesla's above 252.86 to 271, I'm looking for 1, 2, wave 3, ABC wave 4. The length of wave 3, place of the wave 4 low, is a wave 5 target. Just taking Tesla above this wave 3 high would be plenty. So let me know what you think. Is this sorcery? Is this not sorcery? And is there a way, since Neo and Tesla were kind of the big points anyway, is there a way to move forward without Elliott Wave? Is there a way to not take the red pill or take the blue pill? A way to not be infiltrating this group? Because I do think most of the work that I've said is done. I predicted Ripple exploding. I perfectly predicted the S&P 500 exploding. Now I'm using DIA and XLF to perfectly predict when the stock market is going to crash. So that's a good bit of work. And I believe in the golden age of puppy trades, which begins on March 6th, I'm going to be moving towards entirely quantitative, entirely statistical research, a life beyond Elliott Wave, beyond stock market crashes, beyond sorcery.